We have seen how difficult it is to define human intelligence through several dimensions like reasoning, emotional, motor skills. And this implies how difficult it is to define artificial intelligence. Nevertheless, we can categorize the artificial intelligence in different types. And this is what we are going to delve into the lesson of today, different types of artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence that get their knowledge from human knowledge. Let's see an overview of this lesson. We will define the different types of artificial intelligence. We will go into the detail of an old way of creating artificial intelligence system, which is rule-based system. And we will give an overview about one of the main achievements of some years ago for artificial intelligence systems called expert system. Let's check which are the different types of artificial intelligence that we have nowadays, most of course, we have the full spectrum of artificial intelligence system that cover a variety of theories and technology. We have this first commercial artificial intelligence system that were based on rule and expertise derived from humans. And this is what we are going to talk today in this lesson. But there are other types of artificial intelligence that are the modern artificial intelligence system, the ones that today are making the revolution. Nowadays, these AI systems are based on machine learning, which are algorithms that are able to learn directly from the data. And there is a particular subfield of machine learning system, which is called deep learning. They actually are machine learning systems that work through several layers. But let's go step by step. What are rule-based systems? What's the definition of rule-based systems? Rule-based systems are systems that are creating on a set of predefined rules. The development of the system involved the use of logical rules like if-then rules to represent the knowledge and making decisions. They are very simple. The rule-based system consists of two main components. The first one is the knowledge base, which is the collection of all the rules and the facts that need to be checked to make the final decision. And at the end, we have an inference engine, which is the final decision maker that processes the rule to make the final logical deduction and draw the conclusion. What's the advantage of this system? Of course, we have rules that are understandable, they're transparent, and these rules are explicit and visible. We understand the process of the decision making. These rules also, since are written by humans, are modifiable, and we can easily add new rules, allow for flexible update of the system, and at the same time, these are human readable. So these rules are typically written in human language, and it makes it easier to understand for us what's happening in the process of the decision making step by step. But of course, there are limitations, and the limitation is that sometimes they are rigid. This rule cannot handle ambiguity and uncertainty, and the world is very noisy. It's very uncertain. So this rule, they need to be designed with a lot of care. Of course, they're not scalable. Scalability can be a challenge when dealing with a large number of rules. This becomes also difficult to really manage. And indeed, these systems are difficult to maintain. Imagine that we need to change developer from an old rule-based system to a new rule-based system. The new developer need to have the full knowledge of the first original developer into his own knowledge. As the system grows, they are very difficult to maintain. An evolution of the rule-based system are expert system. What's the definition of expert system? Expert systems are designed to replicate the decision-making abilities of human in a specific domain. They use a knowledge base of rules and facts with an inference engine to provide advice, recommendation, and solution. You may remember from a previous lesson that Deep Blue, the system that won Kasparov, the world chess champion, was an expert system, specialized on play chess. Expert systems consist of two main components. Of course, the knowledge base, that is the domain-specific knowledge that can be represented as a rule or in a much modern setting as ontologies, and the inference engine, the engine that processes the rule and the fact to make deductions and to draw conclusions. And this works similar to the engine used for the rule-based systems. Which are the advantages of expert system? First advantage is that they are fast and consistent decision maker. Actually, the expert system can quickly analyze the data and provide reliable recommendation, eliminating the human bias and emotion that may influence the decision making processes. Of course, they can preserve and easily share the knowledge that has been acquired by the system. And this expert system capture and preserve the knowledge of expert, ensuring that this knowledge is not lost over time. This knowledge can be preserved and shared across several users. And they're cost effective. They really can provide, they're very fast, and they can provide an answer in a fraction of the amount of time that a human can do. Which are the limitations of expert systems? They are limited in scope. An expert system works on a specific domain, as it's very difficult to move this expertise into a different domain. The acquisition and the maintenance of the knowledge is very difficult because the acquisition is very tedious. Expertise of people need to really be modeled in a way as people think, and this is not an easy task. And their maintenance become very, very cumbersome as the system keep growing. And of course, they lack contextual understanding. What does it mean? That they really are narrow-minded. They are very clear example of weak artificial intelligence, and they can only provide the information that are requested, and they cannot change through the different domain. And at the end, there is one important limitation. It is difficult to interpret the decision-making process of the system. And this is a great limitation for them. So, in summary, what we have learned today? We have learned that rule-based systems are created on a set of predefined rules defined by experts. They are transparent, modifiable, and human-readable, but they are rigid, not scalable, and difficult to maintain. Expert systems instead replicate decision-making ability of humans in specific domains. They can be a powerful tool, but they are difficult to adapt to other domains and difficult to understand.